Have you ever felt that your life is too noisy to hear your own thoughts? Have you ever wondered why, despite all your efforts to appear in control, things still feel chaotic inside? Carl Jung, one of the most influential thinkers in modern psychology, believed that true order doesn't come from how others see you, but from how deeply you align with your inner world. In this video, we'll explore 10 profound psychological insights based on Jungian theory that can help you silently and meaningfully organize your life from within. But before we begin, subscribe to the Mental Dose channel and join our Telegram community for early access to upcoming content and deep insights into personal growth. Organizing your life is a path of individuation. Organizing your life isn't about appearances or impressing others. It's an inward journey of aligning your conscious and unconscious mind, a process Jung called individuation. Jung defined it as the path to becoming your true self by integrating the hidden, repressed, or underdeveloped aspects of your psyche. In practical terms, this means facing your fears, contradictions, and unresolved emotions, not to expose them, but to understand and unify them. When you begin to live from this integrated space, your external life naturally becomes more ordered and focused. Outer chaos reflects inner disorder. Jung believed that what we avoid inside ourselves eventually appears outside as fate. When our inner world is disjointed, the effects are visible. Cluttered routines, unstable relationships, chronic procrastination, or decision fatigue. These aren't random, they're symptoms of a fragmented psyche. The unconscious parts we ignore, what Jung called the shadow, don't disappear. They show up in our behaviors, thoughts, and emotions. Organizing your life isn't just about setting goals or routines. It requires an honest confrontation with your internal disarray, and a commitment to transform it. Start your day with presence, not pressure. To Jung, the self, the true center of your being, doesn't shout, it whispers. You hear it only in silence. Begin your day with presence. 10 minutes of reflection, breathing, or journaling. These practices create a psychological container, helping you stay anchored before the noise of the day sets in. Presence isn't productivity, it's alignment. As Jung emphasized, transformation begins not with reaction, but with conscious response. Reducing distractions restores connection with the unconscious. In a hyper-stimulated world, we're constantly engaged but rarely connected to ourselves. Jung warned that the unconscious needs space to speak, and constant distraction cuts off this inner dialogue. Minimizing digital noise and unnecessary busyness isn't about disconnection. It's about reclaiming authority over your attention. Silence isn't emptiness. It's the stage where your deepest intuitions emerge. The superficial often masks the shadow. Many of the things we chase, excessive consumption, compulsive productivity, overbooked schedules, are not signs of ambition, but signs of avoidance. We accumulate what we don't need to fill internal voids we haven't acknowledged. In this sense, decluttering is psychological work. It's not about aesthetic minimalism, it's about recognizing what's truly essential. When you let go of what no longer serves you, you free up psychic energy to live more authentically. Boundaries are a sign of a mature ego. Contrary to popular belief, Jung didn't see the ego as a villain. He saw it as necessary, if it's balanced and aligned with the self. Setting healthy boundaries means your ego has matured. Saying no with integrity affirms your values and protects your psychological space. Boundaries aren't rejection, they're self-affirmation. A strong ego doesn't seek control, it seeks coherence between inner truth and outer action. True peace comes from integrating the shadow. Peace isn't the absence of conflict. It's the presence of inner unity. The shadow contains all parts of ourselves we reject or deny. When we suppress them, they distort our lives. But when we confront and integrate them, we move toward wholeness. Shadow integration is not comfortable, but it's necessary. Real peace comes when we stop hiding from ourselves. If this video is resonating with you, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit. And if you'd like to support thoughtful content like this, click the thank button below. Your support helps us keep going. Directing attention is reclaiming inner authority. For Jung, attention wasn't just a mental focus, it was a spiritual tool. Where your attention goes, your psyche follows. If your attention is hijacked by distractions, you surrender control of your inner life. To shape your reality, organize your attention. Be deliberate about the content you consume, the people you interact with, and the thoughts you dwell on. Your attention is sacred. Treat it that way. Purpose comes from listening to the self, not the ego. Purpose isn't something you invent. It's something you uncover by listening to yourself. This voice doesn't seek applause or chase success. It whispers nudges toward meaning and alignment. When you stop chasing purpose and start creating space for it to emerge, your actions shift from being reactive to intentional. Real transformation is the alchemy of the everyday. Jung often used the metaphor of alchemy to describe inner transformation. Change doesn't come through grand gestures, but through daily acts of awareness. Your small rituals, thoughts, and choices are the alchemical fire. When you act with presence and integrity, even in silence, you begin to burn away what is false and draw out what is real. Authentic change doesn't begin in the spotlight, it begins in quiet dedication to becoming whole. Final reflection: organizing your life in silence is not a trend. It's a way of being, a conscious, courageous path that aligns your external life with your inner truth. As Jung reminds us, real transformation doesn't begin with the world around you. It begins with the world within. So ask yourself, what small silent step can you take today to bring more order to your inner world? Share your intention in the comments. What practice or habit will you commit to today to support your transformation?